To save the company from the supplier crisis it is facing, Tibo decided to diversify its supply chain risks by starting new contracts with two other manufacturers. Switching suppliers has potential benefits such as reduced purchasing price and opportunities for new product development. However, changing suppliers has been associated with various types of costs. These costs are reflected in the search for and evaluation of alternative suppliers, the development of a new relationship, as well as the lost returns from long-term investments in the existing supplier relationship. Let's take a look into the cost-benefit analysis in switching suppliers. Benefits. Number 1. Avoidance of public backlash. Any ethical issue arising anywhere in the supply chain would prove to be an image buster for the company. Without its disassociation with Wolfdan, Tibo faces negative exposure and attacks from the media. This brought reporters pin their attention to Tibo and its other business practices. Number 2. Prevention of potential revenue loss. Without proper management of issues, bad corporate image may result to customers boycotting Tibo, which translates to revenue losses. Ethical consumerism has also become a trend to the more responsible end users, where one's higher moral understanding leads to choosing products produced by ethical businesses over those who are not. Number 3. Potential cost savings. By deciding to onboard two new suppliers, Tibo is creating a competition in its supply chain. This enables Tibo with stronger options for sourcing by increasing its supplier network. If suppliers are competing for the business or order volume, they may be more willing to expose hidden margins that the other supplier is keeping. Number 4. Opportunities for new product development. Having new suppliers will give Tibo to start fresh and breathe new life into its business. Whenever a company is starting something new, its team is forced to look at its status quo operation and refine those as the new partners are deployed. In some cases, the new supplier may be better equipped to help the company to expose better or more refined processes, which is a huge benefit of getting a new set of eyes onto the product and production methods. Costs. Number 1. Process can be expensive and difficult. In general, starting with a new supplier entails scrapping the old ways to make way for the new ones. This will cost the company uncertain birth pains that may be costly or time-consuming to handle. Any delays in the supply chain will affect Tibo's capacity to maintain normal production or inventory levels. Tibo may also require additional resources to source, manage, and new problem-solving situations with a new supplier. Number 2. Opportunity cost from poor quality. Tibo may encounter new and unexpected problems to manage. New suppliers may pass the quality control phase during a dry run, but fail during the commercial production phase. Cancellation of one batch of orders or redoing the job may come at a cost for Tibo, either financial or affect production lead times. Number 3. Time required to brief new supplier. Just like Tibo, its new supplier will need time to adjust with its systems, processes, and people. During that period, miscommunication, delays, or misunderstanding may arise. Number 4. Accounting or admin costs. Tibo will need to set up a new supplier on its books. While easy, this still requires someone to do it. Correct banking details, contact information, and phone numbers must be captured and keyed into the system. Tibo may also need to change some of the standard accounting reports so that the new supplier is recognized in the appropriate cost center. Number 5. Learning curve to study new systems and processes. Tibo's new suppliers may have different returns or complaint system, ordering system or app that the teams need to learn, paperwork to complete, or just understanding their company jargons. This will take more effort and time to involve teams, and necessary trainings will have to be conducted before launching into full scale. Number 6. Lost business relationships and familiarity. Supply chain functions because people from cross-functional teams work together and collaborate. Cutting ties with the old supplier will cost Tibo's employees the ease of working with Wolfdan counterparts. What can be fixed today via simple SMS may require a Zoom call with the new supplier. Each involved personnel will also need to connect to new people, which creates new barriers to bridge. This may cause awkwardness between parties, leading to temporary decreased productivity. Number 7. Lost loyalty bonuses. Supply chains are built around relationships. Tibo may have been enjoying reduced costs with its current supply chain because Wolftan is already invested in Tibo's success. Tibo is risking to lose its natural or volume-based incentives from Wolftan. Ultimately, Tibo will need to make it work in order to disassociate itself with the controversies Wolftan is facing. As it moves forward with the new suppliers, Tibo must plan smartly and execute it well to ensure smooth transition for its supply chain.
Before adding new manufacturers, Chess and Terry should make sure that the manufacturers will be following all the ethical standards. They should make sure that there are better working conditions for the workers, they are economical for the company, and they don't have any previous allegations for these kinds of situations. For the supply chain management, Chess and Terry should have an assurance in terms of the supply chain for smooth and business operation. In terms of cost effectiveness, the cost of the product should not be affected, and all suppliers must have clear and concise quotation including every detail. For quality control, they need to have assurance that the new manufacturers will maintain the quality of the product as per the company's standards. For ethical manufacturing processes, they also should have assurance that they'll provide a healthy environment for their workers under the provided terms and conditions, code of conduct and social responsibility has been followed, no other labor issues. The two new manufacturers would also need to provide the current working condition practices which they are adopting at their current workplace.
In reference to the 9-supplier interaction model, Wolfdan best fit into the integrated group. In the relationship of the two organizations, Wolfdan and Tibo, their goals have been integrated and they merged into the same objectives. Wolfdan integrated with Tibo, and the two organizations became partners in achieving the same goal. Wolfdan has an exclusive relationship with Tibo. It has been the major manufacturer and maker of their phone. Tibo's relationship with Wolfdan is mutually beneficial. Wolfdan, being the major supplier of Tibo, has yielded several significant achievements to the phone company. Wolfdan has produced 85% of the V10 smartphones.
The second group that Wolfdan would best fit in is Invest. Wolfdan and Tibo are facing public and suppliers relation wherein news are spreading worldwide regarding several incidents of dangerous and unethical labor practices. Because of these incidents, the 10-year business relationships may be affected. However, Wolfdan is doing a great job in making Tibo's phone available, thereby increasing their sales. Wolfdan is also best fit into Invest based on the following reasons. First, Wolfdan needs to reassure Tibo's trust and confidence by addressing the issue they are facing by investing in time and money. Time to discuss with their management team on how will they deal with the issues on work environment and labor practices. Money to improve their workplace, make it safe to work, and wages. As the world's largest contract manufacturer, They can only maintain their integrity by taking good care of their stakeholders, the laborers. The second is the Wolfden is the world's largest manufacturing contractor, but despite that, they encounter problems in the areas of labor and workplace management. The continuous relationship of Tibo and Wolfden now depends on how the latter take care of them.
Let us discuss the advantages of reducing Tibo's key suppliers. The suppliers will have to offer better prices to remain on the 24 supplier list of Tibo. It can subsequently save manufacturing costs as they will have lower contract costs with suppliers. Investment in new facilities. Having less suppliers will give the remaining suppliers to come up and invest with the new facilities that will improve the manufacturing so that they can meet the demand. Lower costs and saves time in vendor relationship management and at the same time strengthen the relationship. It can be beneficial for a long-term relationship with suppliers. There will be less transactions with suppliers, which reduces administrative work. And it will be easier to track payments.
Disadvantages of reducing Tibo's key suppliers. First, we may lose competition in the market. Second, less production results in less profit. Third, supplier may offer less price to be on the top of the list, however, the quality of the product may be affected. Fourth, and the last, risk of more employees damage due to wage reduction.
Fourthly, there are some negative impacts. It is the biggest change for the model of demand and supply. It wouldn't reduce the time, it will be a negative impact on the production process on the company because without the overtime manpower will not achieve the target. With they already decided. Besides, if they reduce the overtime, maybe the company has to select more new employees, which will increase the production cost and other expenses will be high. Secondly, they have some positive impacts such as it may improve the working conditions as well as with minimum cost and it improve the ethical behavior in the workplace. Tibo will be set up the best image in the market as the company believes in ethics and follow it, and it will be rule beneficial for the company because there will be control on damage conditions.
Question number 4. People will ask Guten to improve their working conditions and follow. First, establishment a trade union. Trade unions play an important role in representing and protecting legitimate rights and interests of employees. They will join with Guten in signing labor contracts for employees, coordinate in building collective labor agreement, labor rule, consult for Guten to pay social insurance premium, health insurance, unemployment insurance, building a program of periodic health check every year. Second, improve the actual workplace. A clean, comfortable working will create positive energy for employees every day. Guten can apply 5S methods such as sort, strengthen, square, standardize, certain to manage a grand workplace. Guten also consider things like air quality and noise because mass air quality and noise will affect concentrate and lower energy level. Third, provide staff-friendly facility. Guten should provide facility aimed at increasing quality of life. For example, they can provide kindergarten, gym, yoga class, healthy foods and drinks. Next, improve communication. Employees should always be made to feel that their voice is important and valued. They can suggest ideas and give constructive criticism that help company grow as a whole. In other words, Employees will actively voice their opinion if they feel their voices are being heard, and company is taking action after listening to their advice. Next, strengthen fun activities. There are many fun activities Wooten can organize for their employees. They can mention as team building, monthly birthday, travel, camp, party, sport exchange, organization culture day, NG party, and Christmas day. The goal of this fun activity is often to help employees relax after stressful working time. On the other hand, fun activities will help employees connect, understand each other, and unique. Next, reward and recognize well. Employees will be happy, achieve high performance, work efficiency if give prize and reward as company should be conducted publicly. Finally, Wooten should pay attention to employees' welfare policy. In addition monthly salary, Wooten should also pay attention to welfare policy for their employees. They will make employees happy and improve working environment of company. Welfare policy that Wooten can refer and apply as health insurance increase, lunch allowance, birthday gift. Thank you.